Welcome to ReneMarie Stroke of Luck. I'm ReneMarie, and thank you so much on this wonderful Mother's Day for being a part of this show. The show's title is called Mothers Come in Many Colors, which they do, and we'll talk about that in a little bit. But first, I want to say hi to my friend and the wonderful engineer and founder of the Village Connection. Hi, Jim.
I don't know if I want to brag about that at this moment.
You know, I believe that God just sends us roadblocks so that we can just deal with it and move on. Like, life is about roadblocks, right?
Yeah.
Life is about plan B, Jim. I say that all the time, you know. But so, you know, I really want to thank everybody for coming today, and we want to send blessings and much thanks to all the moms in the world, whether you're an actual mother or whether you're you know, you adopted a child, or whether you're a father that's a mother, or whether you're a caretaker that's a mother, or no matter what kind of you know, dear mother that you are, we want to send many thanks to you, right, Jim? Do you want to say thank you, Mother, Happy Mother's Day?
I definitely do, as I wreck the studio. You know, I think I'm gonna go back to bed this morning. What do you think?
No
Can I have permission after that?
It's no problem.
Hey, Ma, Happy Mother's Day. Woo! I think that was like a sign from somebody. I must have pissed off. I don't know.
No. Yes. You know, you know what? We're all here, and we're all really honored and privileged to share, you know, and be a part of the Village Connection family. And they are. Jim is an incredible, really dear gentleman, and anything that happens, we're with them, so no problem. While Jim is picking up some of the stuff that just collapsed, and he thought it was a sign, but it's not. It's a loving sign from God and from Mother Mary. I really want to just take a few moments to thank everybody for the telethon that we held last week. And of course, you know, the Village Connection was a huge part of that telethon, and my telethon team and all of you out there that followed us and that donated to us. I will share that the donation window is still open for the telethon till March 25th. You know, sometimes I feel like people watch it and they don't have an opportunity to donate at that particular time. So I wanted to let you know that the telethon window is still open till March 25th. So please, May 25th. I'm sorry. Thank you, Cathy. May 25th. You know, I'm not going to get into it today because today's about Mother's Day, but it really is an important foundation, and you know, it's done by a cause, and our cause is strokes and aphasia. And today's show, we have Bobby Baby Walker, who is a board member who suffered 3 strokes. So it can happen to anybody at any particular time, and you don't need to, you know, it just changes your life in one split second, which is another topic to our show today. So, you know, Bobby Baby Walker is going to be on the show. Cathy Walker is going to be on the show. His wife, and actually Cathy's brother Bobby is also going to be on the show, who is a dear team player in this in our foundation, and he always supports us, and he always comes, and you know, he always helps us set up and break down and carry things, and he really is an angel to us. So we're really honored to have Bobby on the show today as well. The telethon, gosh, when I, you know, it takes me a week to come down. I told Jim Facebook texts me, and I'm like, Jim, I just can't right now because I'm a little burnt from the telethon. And it took, Jim's like, I know it took me a little bit to get you know, to recover, right, Jim?
I think I'm still recovering.
It does. It takes a while to recover because it takes so much focus and energy. And you know, we all did the physical energy, but Jim did the for 6 hours to be doing something so technical and something that went without a hitch last week, right, Jim? It went without a hitch. I mean, he did an incredible job. So thank you, Jim, for everything. And we look forward to moving forward to our 5th annual telethon next year. So what did I want to say? I wanted to thank everybody. I can't give names because then I'll forget somebody, but you know, everybody who was a part of it, everybody that donated, the telethon team, the foundation team, and you can view the telethon on the Village Connection Radio YouTube, but you can also, I put it on our Language of Love Telethon website, so you can go to that. I also put photos on the website, so you can go to that and enjoy the photos from the back of the house photos. And within the next week, I will probably start uploading some of the back of the house videos that Michelangelo are. There you have it, production. He's also a board member. Shot on the back. Took in the back while we were doing the front of the house. So we will still have a lot of exciting stuff to share with everybody. We take this platform, and it's not like we're done. Okay, let's go to the next level. And I will tell you that 2019 telethon, the 5th annual, David Patrick Wilson and Nan Wilson are going to also be the masters of ceremony. That has been confirmed on our last telethon, which we're really excited about, that they're honoring us with their time. So it's going to be very exciting. So that's all I wanted to really say in my opening. And we're gonna open up the panel. Jim, do you want to come around, Cathy? Do you want to come around? You're good. Bobby, you want to come around? You want to come around? Yeah, come around. I spoke about you. Yeah, hang on, everybody. We're winging it today. It's my fault we're winging it.
No.
Yes, it is. I take all the blame for everything in my life.
That's not allowed.
Sit down.
We had a very temperamental computer this morning.
So this is our friend Bobby. That's Cathy's brother, and Cathy is on the end. Say hi, Cathy.
Hello, everybody.
Can you see her? Let me just see.
I need to move on.
And Cathy is okay. I just wanted to make sure that everybody's. So this is Bobby, Cathy's brother. Say hi, Bobby.
Hi.
Okay. And then we have BBW, our Bobby Baby Walker, who's part of our board, and Cathy is part of our board. Bobby's a board member, and Cathy is the secretary. Am I correct? You're the secretary?
You are correct.
The secretary. So we're honored and privileged. Let's give Mother's Day thanks. Is there anybody that you want to thank for your Mother's Day?
Just my mom in heaven, and how much I miss her, and she has taught me everything I know about being a mom, and I share what she taught me.
Yeah. Can we hear her, Jim? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Moms are good moms, But we're also going to swing into a little bit later that you're one of, in my life too. My life is one of the examples that mothers come in many colors. So we're going to leave that hanging a little bit with everybody, but that is one of the topics that we're talking about today, that, mothers come in many colors. So, but let's start out with our friend BBW. BBW, my singing partner over there, Cathy calls him my singing husband, suffered 3 strokes, right, Bobby? When was it? Last year on
my birthday.
Your birthday, you were gifted with a stroke.
Right.
Right?
Yes. Right.
Yes. And how did that affect the family?
Well, by the time it happened, I was retired, so it didn't affect it too much. But the whole going to the hospital, coming back, and whatnot. When you could do other things,
Yeah.
Really,
yeah. And I think I asked you on the telethon how it felt, because when I suffered a stroke, I was at an out-of-body experience where God took me out and I had a conversation with God, or God spoke to me. So I know that each stroke experience is different. So tell us how it felt for you to be suffering a stroke.
To tell you the truth, I didn't know that I was going through a stroke. I felt my something in my head like crackling, you know, and I was like off balance and whatnot. But I paid no attention to it because things happen.
How did that feel again?
A crackling in my head,
Wow,
in my brain, and feeling off balance.
wow. Well, a stroke is a brain attack. So that's that's one of the things. So that's very interesting that you said it was crackling in your brain because you felt what was going on in your brain.
Right.
But Bobby, being Bobby, he didn't want to go to the hospital. Tell us about that, my friend Cathy.
So he was sleeping when I left for work that day, and I wanted to wish him a happy birthday. So I called several times during the day, and my brother said he's still sleeping, which is not unusual for him sometimes because he runs himself ragged and then his body just shuts down on him. So I finally got him, and I'm talking to him, and I'm like, "Why are you mumbling?" And he said, "I'm not." I'm like, "You are." And he said, "I'm not." So I said, well, "You know what? I'll see you in like a couple hours," because it was almost the end of work. Then when I was leaving work, I said, "I know he hasn't eaten all day." So I called him and said, "I'm going to stop and get you something to eat. What do you want from McDonald's?" And he's like talking to me, and I'm like, "You're still mumbling. Why are you mumbling?" And he's like, "I'm not." I'm like, "What do you want?" And he said, "You know." And I'm like, "No, I don't know." And he's like, "You know." And I'm like, "You want a Big Mac? You want a quarter pounder?" He said, "Yes." So now I'm getting really aggravated because I'm like, that's not the answer. It's either quarter pounder or Big Mac.
Were you getting more aggravated than you usually are with our friend Bobby?
No.
He's got, but you got to understand, like Bobby's got this dry sense of humor. He's got his own like ways about just dealing with life. He talk about winging it. Bob, I learned from my friend Bobby.
That's the truth.
So go ahead, Cathy.
I finally get him I think it was a Big Mac. I get home and he's talking to me, and I'm like, "Why are you talking funny?" He's like, "I don't know," or he still was saying he wasn't. So I gave him a sandwich, and just the way he was holding it, I could see something was wrong. It was all over. He's trying to eat it. It's falling out of the bun, and I'm like, "Look at you." And I said, "Something's wrong. We need to go to the hospital." And he's like, "No, no, no." I'm like, "Something's wrong with you." He says, "No, it's not. We're going out for my birthday." All right. So he gets up.
Did you have plans to go out for his birthday?
We didn't have any like real plans.
You were just gonna get together and go out after work.
So he gets up to walk and he's shuffling. And I'm saying something's way off. So now, because of this foundation and how much I've learned, now it's finally coming to me. This man had a stroke,
Right.
So I said, "Sit down, smile for me." And, I saw it uneven. But then I'm saying to myself, am I just looking for something, But I said, we can't take that chance. We can't.
Right.
I said, we need to go. And he's like, "I'm getting dressed so we can go out." I'm like,
wow.
Okay, you do that. Because now I said, just get him in the car.
Right.
Right.
So
we're driving down the street. And he's like, "So where are we going for my birthday?" I'm like, "To the hospital."
Because I love you.
Yeah.
That's why.
So
That's why.
He was a little upset, but, it just was...
You had to.
I
had to.
Yeah.
And his speech was slurring, right?
He was mumbling and slurring, and he just couldn't.
Excuse me. Hang on, they're asking me something.
Is this on live?
It's on. Jim will tell you. We had some technical difficulties.
Right, that's what I asked.
That's okay. Listen, because we're live and we're winging it, we love it. Yeah, they're having some technical difficulties, so we're live on Facebook, and later on, I'm going to upload it to the YouTube,
Okay.
so they can always watch it later.
And I will let them know.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. So, like I said before, we're having some technical difficulties, and our followers who are in the area and in the studio just wanted to make sure we knew it wasn't streaming on the Village Connection, right, Jim? The Village Connection internet. It's not on the Village.
It always is.
Yeah, a Village Connection place right now. So it's Facebook Live, and then later on we'll upload it. So I'm sorry about that, Cathy. I just wanted to keep everybody in tune with what's going on in our world. Plan B. Life is about Plan B. That's all these things that are happening. I love that they happen because that just shows that, life is about Plan B. It's not about what you plan it and when you want things to go. They never expected Bobby on his birthday to have a stroke, right? Mm-hmm. I mean, it's the last thing, like maybe the day after, the day before, but on his birthday, he didn't want to experience it on his birthday, So, Cathy, so he was in the hospital. He got admitted, right?
Yes, he got admitted. They did a MRI and a CAT scan, and they said he had a bleed. And he was there he wanted to leave. He didn't want to stay, but he stayed. And I said he better listen to them. And he got released from the hospital, and like a week later, he had another stroke.
Yeah. So tell us about the second stroke. Like, how did you witness that?
It was his speech again. Like his speech was a little better, and then it got worse again. And no, we're going to the hospital. He didn't fight me as much this time, but we went and they took another, CAT scan, whatever, and they said, yep, he had another stroke.
Wow. So, and then we had 3.
Yeah, the other one was
one second. After the second one, he wasn't readmitted. What, was he readmitted?
He wasn't.
They
at the VA hospital, they did a CAT scan because they wanted their own stuff, because that's where he's usually followed. But I took him to the local hospital when we had it.
Right.
And they said that he had another bleed. And I was saying, well, how do you know? Because you didn't have anything to compare it to. And finally, when I got my answer, because everybody was like, oh, well, you have to ask the neurologist. Blah, blah, blah. Right. When I finally got an answer, they said that from the look on the, the x-ray or whatever it is, that they could tell a new bleed from an old bleed.
And did you feel the second stroke, Bobby? Did you feel that the burning in your head as well?
No.
No.
I just noticed that my speech was slurred a little bit, but.
Can I ask you something, Bobby? And this is something personal. So if you don't want to share it with the world, you don't have to. But because from an outsider looking in, like the stroke affected you with your emotions, and do you feel it affected your emotions, or don't you want to answer that question?
Yeah, it affected me where I felt that I wanted to change the emotion, and I couldn't.
What do you mean by that? What do you mean by what emotions did you want to change?
Like you go through something, and you should be happy, but you feel sad, so you try to change it, and it's an automatic thing. It's not, I noticed it because I guess my brain slowed down or something.
Yeah, well, that's what has happened with you. But I will tell you that that it can get back up to speed. It doesn't matter what age you are. You can get back up to speed. But the thing is that, like, it's a lot of hard work, it's a lot of repetition. That's why when you come by me and we sing and you get frustrated with yourself because you don't remember the words, or you can't hit that note right now, you get upset. And I tell you, like, it just takes keep doing it, because it took me 2 years after my stroke to get my voice back. Mm-hmm. But nothing was going to stop me from singing, because that's our passion, Bobby. Mm-hmm. That's what we love to do. We love to sing. Right. So Bobby and I are going to do a Facebook Live show. So stay tuned. We're going to do a Facebook Live show so that everybody can we can work with Bobby to keep getting stronger in his vocals.
It just so happens that I was at a rehearsal yesterday and preparing for June, which is I have a 5-night, 5-day
singing performance. Yes, an obligation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Until September.
Right.
And I tried to sing one song and I couldn't sing it.
But don't let that get you down. Don't get into the you gotta give it up.
But you don't understand.
What?
It was hard. It was hard.
Well, let's work together to set. Let's do this. Let's work together. How long are the performances? Are for 2 hours? Am I correct?
No, 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah.
So what we can, and you're doing it. No, you're doing it with Ray, aren't you? Doing it with Ray.
Yeah.
So let's work together to just set you up like in 15, 20 songs that you continuously do as a repetition, and you can perfect those songs, and they'll come back to you. And then that's all you do. Like, don't, like, because I know you don't, let me do this one. Let me do this one. Oh, I want to do that one. Like, you have to set a show up so that you could do those songs and you do them well, because you could do anything, Bobby.
Plus, I've seen him. I think he does better in front of live audience. So at a rehearsal, he's
okay. I just don't want to. So we're gonna quickly go into the Mother's Day and the mothers of all colors, because in my life, my mom was a wonderful opera singer. She still is a wonderful opera singer. Her name is Mayra Parado. I don't know if she's in Mexico right now, teaching at a university. She has mastered at Juilliard, and she traveled around the world doing what her ministry was, and that was to speak through singing in the music field. And I love and respect her so much for everything that she has done in her life. And the mother of many colors. I had a lot of different mother figures in my life. My dad was my mother figure. My aunt was my mother figure. My grandmother was my mother figure. So I was blessed to have a lot of different colors of mothers in my life. So, and Cathy, tell us a little bit about what you do. Like, because I know Cathy doesn't have any natural children. But she's got many children in her life. And that's why we have Bobby sitting behind me, because Bobby is Cathy's brother and Bobby lives with them. So it's like she's got to caretake her brother, Bobby, as well. So what do you do for a living, Cathy?
I work with developmentally disabled individuals. I've done it for 38 years.
38 years.
And I've watched most of them grow up. So they are like my children, although we are told that we're not supposed to think of them as our children. But I think anybody who has any kind of compassion or love, it's almost impossible to do that.
Right.
So, we're not supposed to say my kids, but...
You okay?
Oh,
You okay?
He had a seizure.
Seizure.
And so my brother suffers. He'll be fine. Yeah. He
It's okay.
He
well, this maybe God has this happening to show everybody, the honorary place that Cathy and Bobby have in life for her brother, Bobby. I like I said initially, I'm honored that Bobby's a part of our team, and Cathy and Bobby really have to, caretake her brother Bobby. So
right now he really doesn't know what's going on.
Yeah. Is it okay? Should he?
No, he's fine.
It's okay. Yeah. Okay.
But sometimes the seizures are bad, and I worry about him falling and hurting himself, and it's not easy.
It's not easy.
But my sister also lives right upstairs from us, and she had 3 boys, and her boys were very close to me. They were like my children, and you know, I'm so thankful for them. You know, I'm godmother to one of them, and I have 4 godchildren.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you have a lot of, you have mother instincts in you, Cathy.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, your passion, your compassion, your love for people. Actually, we're going to do this one day. I said to Cathy, and of all the people in the world, I said, Cathy, I mean, I want people to interview. I was thinking about trying to find somebody to interview me, to have like an in-depth conversation about, you know, my life and how I am and, you know, why I do things. Because in the forefront of things, when I interview people, it's not about my story, it's about your story. So, and the person that I chose to do that was Cathy. Cathy, because she has compassion. Cathy asks the right questions. She knows, you know, how to handle a situation, and she's very smart. And I love, you know, the way she thinks and stuff. And I'm honored to have you as, you know, the part of the team. You and Bobby.
Honored
Bobby
to be part of the team.
Yes, yes. So we're gonna have to. Bobby and I are gonna have to sing because we don't want to take too much of Pamela's time. The Justice Hour is up next. We're gonna be singing. I'm gonna be singing the song. I forget what it's called. Without. I forget what it is. I know it goes. Day after day, I must face a world of strangers. No. Nope, it's the.
I won't last a day.
I won't last a day without you. That's it. So so we're gonna start to sing. Bobby, can you wanna come around? You wanna come around? You wanna switch with Bobby seats?
Switch.
Bobby?
Yeah.
Can you switch?
Yeah.
Okay, go switch with Bobby. And Bobby, bring the stool over for you.
You just take those headphones off.
Yeah, we're like I said before, but music is really important, and we're going to invite Jim to be on a show on the front end of the show, and because I want to interview Jim as to how he found. I know he was. You were an author prior, right? You used to publish a book.
Well, I wasn't an author, but I published a magazine.
You published a magazine,
right?
But the reason I want to interview you is I want to know how music became important in your life, because that's why music is a language of love is our foundation name, because music is so important in life, you know. So thanks for everybody for watching. We're not going to go, we're just going to sing a little bit because we love music. And so I'm going to sing the first song, Bobby. I'm going to sing the first song. And then Bobby and I are gonna sing This Magic Moment together. And then we're all gonna sing Day by Day if we have enough time. So let's rock and roll with the punches. How do I make these smaller?
Just go.
Yeah, you have to make your head bigger.
Just kind of pull like this.
No.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's go. Bobby, you could can you put the headset on? Yeah. I mean, if you want to harmonize with me, Bobby, because I know you like to harmonize, and maybe you need to lift that up a little bit. Let's go, Jim.
Testing.
Like a little
This is what I love to do. Here we go. Day after day, I must face a world of strangers where I don't belong. I'm not that strong. It's nice to know that there's someone I can turn to who will always smile. You're all worthwhile when there's no getting over that rainbow. When my smallest of dreams won't come true, 'cause I can't take all the madness the world has to give, but I won't last a day without all of you. So many times when the city seems to be without a friendly face, a lonely place. It's nice to know that there's always you can meet and you'll always smile. You're all worthwhile when there's no getting over that rainbow. When my smallest of dreams won't come true, 'cause I can't take all the madness the world has to give, but I won't last a day without all of you. Touch me and I end up singing. Trouble seems to up and disappear. You touch me with the love you're bringing. I can't really lose when you're near. Here we go. If all my friends have forgotten the promises, they're not unkind, just hard to find. One look at you and I know that I can learn to live without the rest, 'cause I found the best when there's no getting over that rainbow. When my smallest of dreams won't come true, 'cause I can't take all the madness the world has to give, but I won't last a day without all of you. Let's go one more time. When there's no getting over that rainbow, isn't it good? And my smallest of dreams won't come true, 'cause I can't take all the madness the world has to give, but I won't last a day without all of you. Last a day without you, without you. Woo! Yay! Love music. Okay, let's rock and roll, Bobby. You ready?
Ready.
I love singing with Bobby. Let's go, BBW. A little Jay and the Americans, right, Jim?
That's the one.
You want me to start, Bobby? Okay. This magic moment, so different and so new, was like any other, until I kissed you. Let's go.
And then it happened.
That's it.
You took me by surprise. I knew that you felt it too. By the look in your eyes.
Here we go. Sweeter than wine, softer than a summer night. Anything I want, I have. Whenever I hold you tight. Let's go, Bobby.
This magic
That's
moment,
it.
this magic moment, so different and so new. What like any
Here we go, everybody. Let's go. Forever till the end of time. Oh, 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 oh. Here we go, Bobby. Sweeter than wine, softer than a summer night. Everything I want, I have. Whenever I hold you tight, this magic moment, so different and so new, was like any other. Ready? Here we go. forever till the end of time. Oh, 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 all right. Woo! Okay, we're gonna sing Day by Day. We're gonna stream out while we're singing Day by Day because I don't want to really hold Pamela's show up too much. So we're gonna just get rocking and rolling, and then we'll roll on out. So
Yeah, and I just want to apologize for the little computer glitches.
Jim, you don't have to apologize. We love you, no problem. We're in, no problem. We know about Plan B. We live Plan B. This is a favorite song. Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day. Let's go, Bobby. Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by, let's rock it, let's go, come on. Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day. Let's go, come on. Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, we're about Plan B, Jim, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day. Let's go, come on, let's go, come on, let's raise the roof. Day by day, day by day, oh dear Lord, three things I pray: to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, to see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, see thee more clearly, love thee more dearly, follow thee more nearly, day by day. Let's go, everybody. Day by day by day by day. God bless everybody. We'll see you next week. So let's blow our kisses. Woo!
Perdiendo, yo no sé lo que va a pasar, no me puedes escuchar, llorar solo sin ti, no me puedes oír llorar. El día que caminaste por la puerta, todas las memorias fueron sin ti. No me puedes oír, no